Hey fam, we're off again, in the car again. Yes, I'm wearing my hat again. It's cold outside, okay? So we left the house pretty late. It's like 1:45, but we're off to Best Buy to look at a couple of things, and then we'll be back at the house because I got to prepare for tonight's Zoom meet, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about that later in the video. All right, so right now what I'm doing is I am going through my pitch deck for my first Zoom meeting for the Creator Launchpad. Now the Creator Launchpad is my business, and it's like my editing service, consultation service, accountability partnership that I have started for small YouTubers or anyone who needs the services of an editor but does not have the time to do so. So I'm here to have my first Zoom meeting for that. I'm not really nervous. I mean, there's not going to be like a whole room or gallery full of people because, like I said, I just started advertising my business like 2 days ago. So, I don't know. I'm excited, but I'll let you guys know how it went, and then I'll come back for story time. So we just finished up the Zoom meeting. It was about the editing business, and I did have some participants, so I'm pretty excited about that, and I hope the business flourishes, so y'all pray for me for that. But I also realized I owe y'all story time for today, and I think where we left off was me having to make a decision on whether or not I was going to have the weight loss surgery. Well, I came to the realization it was probably something that I needed to do, not just for me, but you know, I still have a young family and I want to be around for them. So I started going through the process, and the process was tedious. Now, what I did learn is going through that process, it depends on who you have insurance with at the time of how long the process could take. My process was supposed to take 6 months. It took me 9. And the reason why it took 9 is because I was scared. I've never had a major surgery before. I never have, outside of having my children, I've never been like in a situation where I had to be hospitalized. I've never been put under a knife. I've never even had I've been put to sleep one time for dental surgery. And that was like a mild sedation. So I've never really had like that much of a surgery. And on top of that, like I said, I had underlying health issues that kind of made me nervous for doing it. So it took me a little while. So many steps you have to take. You have to go through counseling to make sure that you're okay mentally to go forward with this. You have to see nutritionists. You have to go through meetings, and there's a set amount of meetings you have to go through depending on your insurance. There's some people, their process because of their insurance took a year. I was lucky enough not to have to deal with that because I felt like if it had taken any longer, I probably wouldn't have done it. Also, I was in a transition phase because I had a job, which this is a story time I'll give you guys later, where I was a office manager for an insurance company and my boss was sick. So I started the process, and when I started the process, I didn't know if I was going to have a job or not. Unfortunately, he did pass away. So that's a story time for another time. But so I was going through a lot of transitioning, just, having a conversation with my husband, knowing that I will be on some type, and I am not a person, I won't even take it's a lot for me to even take a Tylenol. I will have to be on vitamins for the rest of my life. Yeah, it was so many different things to consider, and I had to get a lot of blood work done, and then I have like veins that roll, so it was just so many. It was so much. It was so much that I had to go through, but I stuck it out. I went through it, and oh yeah, by the way, let me tell you how I messed up. Okay, so 2 weeks before the surgery, I was supposed to go on a liquid diet. And it's basically, the reason why they put you on this diet is to shrink your liver as much as possible before you have the surgery. That way you won't have any underlying issues during the surgery. Okay, so to make sure you get all like the fatty things out of your liver. And my liquid diet was supposed to be like clear for a week, and then and then a regular liquid diet for, no, it was clear for 3 days, and then regular liquid diet for the rest of the time, which was 2 weeks. I did a clear diet for 2 full weeks, so that means just the broth. I got the egg drop soup from the Chinese restaurant. Like, that's the stuff, like the clear soup. That's the stuff that I was eating for 2 weeks. Now, I did lose like 20 pounds before the surgery. And they were like, well, how did you lose so much weight? And I told them, they were like, no, you didn't do that right. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's done now, but you didn't do that right. So I had my surgery in December of 2018. I had my surgery, and I was a nervous wreck because I told you guys I already had underlying health issues that I have not told you guys about just yet. So I will leave that for the next story time. I hope you guys have had a great day. I will see you tomorrow for day 4, and y'all have a good night. Bye, fam.